Hello, welcome to the Board of Education meeting for the San Ramon Valley Unified School District on December 14th. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Don't see the gavel here, so just knock it. Can we take attendance, please? Jesse, would you start?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Jesse Van Zee. I'm trustee for Area 1.
Hi there, I'm Susanna Ordway and I'm trustee for Area 4.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Shelley Clark and I represent Area 2.
Hi, I'm Laura Bratt and I represent Area 3.
And Rachel Hurd representing Area 5. The first thing here is our annual organization of the board. And so we're going to start with election of officers. We typically work in a rotational sort of fashion. And so may I have a motion for our next president?
I make a motion to nominate Laura Bratt as our next president.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
The motion was made by Board Member Clark and seconded by Board Member Ordway. Roll call vote. Board Member Van Zee.
Aye.
Board Member Ordway.
Aye.
Board Member Clark.
Aye.
Board Member Bratt.
Aye.
Board Member Hurd.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0.
Now I'm going to turn over the meeting to our new president.
Thank you, Rachel. Okay, so the next order of business is to get a nomination for the office of Vice President.
I nominate Shelley Clark for vice president.
I'll second.
The motion was made by Board Member Clark and seconded by Board Member Van Zee. Roll call vote. Board Member Van Zee.
Aye.
Board Member Ordway.
Aye.
Board Member Clark.
Aye.
Board Member Bratt.
Aye.
Board Member Hurd.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Last, can I get a motion for a nomination for the board clerk position?
I nominate Susanna Ordway as board clerk.
I'll second that.
The motion was made by Board Member Clark and seconded by Board Member Van Zee. Roll call vote. Board Member Van Zee.
Aye.
Board Member Ordway.
Aye.
Board Member Clark.
Aye.
Board Member Bratt.
Aye.
Board Member Hurd.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0.
Great, thank you. So next is the adoption of our Board of Education meeting calendar for the 24-25 school year. We've all had a chance to look at it. Does anyone have any conflicts with the calendar? And if not, can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the calendar for next year.
I'll second.
The motion was made by Board Member Ordway and seconded by Board Member Clark. Roll call vote. Board Member Van Zee.
Aye.
Board Member Ordway.
Aye.
Board Member Clark.
Aye.
Board Member Bratt.
Aye.
Board Member Hurd.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0.
All right, great. So the last part of the annual organization is liaison committee assignments. The first committee assignment, so I know we have a list and I believe it's been printed out for everybody.
Yes.
And the first committee assignment is the CSBA Region 7A delegate. And I believe this is an action item that we have later in the agenda, so we'll revisit this later. So then on the next list, so each committee is listed. I apologize, I'm new to this. Each committee is listed with the 23-24 trustees. A description of the committee and the meeting schedule. Shall we start by going down the list?
Yeah.
So first is the Danville Town Council. So currently we have Jesse and Shelley. Do the two of you want to remain on this committee?
I'm interested in continuing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
Next one is San Ramon City Council.
I'm going to back up to the Danville Town Council. Currently, Board Member Van Zee is the actual the representative with Clark as the alternate. Shall we continue that way?
I think we're both going to show up either way. So.
Okay, great.
It doesn't
Perfect.
matter.
We just want to clarify.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then for the San Ramon City Council, so currently we have myself as the liaison and Susanna as the alternate. Is that,
Yeah, I'd like to continue.
yep, me too, okay. And then we have the FOAC, the Facilities Oversight Advisory Committee. So that we have two trustees on that, Jesse and Susanna. Is everyone, are you guys comfortable with that?
I'm okay unless someone else is interested.
Let's
I'd like to continue.
a bit,
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Okay, great. And then traffics, there's two of us. We have myself and trustee Hurd. I'm comfortable staying.
I would
in
like very
traffics,
much to stay.
Yeah. Is that okay with everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the County Board of the Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors, District 2. And that's one liaison, and that's currently Jesse. Are you still good with that?
Unless Candace wants somebody else.
So then we have the Contra Costa County School Board Association. So that's one liaison, and currently that's Trustee Hurd. Are you?
I'm happy to continue, but maybe we ought to hold this one to see what happens with the delegate, the one that
Yeah.
we skipped, because I'm happy to. I mean, we tend to all go anyway. It's just I'm the
Right.
one who's the rep, so.
Yeah. Are you guys all comfortable
Yeah.
with waiting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we have the San Ramon Valley Citizen Corps Council. So that's one liaison, and that's currently Trustee Van Zee.
I'd like to stay with that
Yep.
if that's okay.
Sure.
The San Ramon Valley Council PTA Legislation Action Committee. So that's 1 to 2 liaisons, and we have Trustee Ordway currently.
And I've been
Nice.
going
Which-
too, and so is Shelley
Well,
sometimes.
because we're doing the parcel tax, it made more sense for us to go,
Yeah.
but unless,
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I think that is a good point. That since, right, and
The two, yeah.
two of you, because of the issues that are most important coming up for us, and then also then you can represent San Ramon and Danville. So
Okay.
Great. And then the kind of the second tier of the PTA liaisons is the President's Council. And again, 1 to 2 liaisons, and we have Trustee Hurd and Trustee Clark. So that way, 3 of us are actually engaging with PTA in different ways, which is nice.
Well, now it's the same two then. Because it's Hurd and Clark on both now.
do you want to go?
Oh. Okay, so maybe Susanna, do you want to?
I mean,
only because I do hold a couple of committees.
Yeah, you do.
And I have to do reports there. So maybe that Shelley and I,
Yeah,
we can
you,
do that.
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
so I'll, and then you.
kind of switching back to what it was the year before,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Right,
So the Ledge Action Committee is Trustee Hurd, and then the President's Council is Trustee Ordway and Trustee Clark.
No, no.
no. trustee
President's
Hurd.
Council stays, well, be Hurd on both, and Clark and Ordway just switch.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Cindy has that. I'm still a little confused. But that's okay. The San Ramon Valley Education Foundation Board. So that's 1 liaison, and that's currently Trustee Ordway.
Yeah, I like to stay unless anyone else.
Right, great. And then the SELPA CAC, the Community Advisory Committee. So both myself and Trustee Hurd are on that. I'd like to continue.
Yeah.
if
That's fine.
everyone's
Is okay with that?
Yeah. The Street Smarts Advisory Committee. So that's 1 liaison, and that's Trustee Van Zee. You good with that?
Yep.
The Parcel Tax Oversight Committee. So 1 to 2, I'm currently on it. I'm great continuing to be on it. Do we want to also include someone, either
I would,
Trustee Clark
I
or?
would go back on it just because
Yeah.
of my experience and because we have the parcel tax.
It's, yeah,
Sounds good.
I would be comfortable with there being 2 of us,
It's not
so.
that big commitment.
Right. And then the LCAP Development Committee. So we have 1, but there's consistently been 2 of us on there. Is that still possible? And currently it's myself and Trustee Clark. And I know that's one of the ones that I really like being on. I don't know.
I would like to continue on that one too,
It's,
unless somebody else wants to.
is that okay with? Great. Okay. District negotiations. So that is and has been Trustee Hurd for a while. I don't know if you
She's
want to
the only one
continue.
who
It's,
can do
yeah.
I would like to continue
would-
that.
You're
I
good.
think it's great to have consistency and the knowledge. So, okay, great. Facilities Master Plan Committee. So there's 2 of us, and currently it's myself and Trustee Clark. I'm comfortable continuing on it.
Yeah, I am too.
Equity Steering Committee. So it says 1, but I'm going to assume that we can have 2. And that's myself and Trustee Hurd. I am, and we're moving into the equity, social emotional well-being, and deep learning. Those are our 3 pillars for our strategic directions. I am comfortable with stepping out of equity and moving into something else if someone else wants to move into equity.
I'd like to stay in SEL.
I would like to continue on deep learning, but
I'm comfortable continuing to. I just wanted to open that space if someone else wanted to. I am not speaking well into the mic. So we're good with who we have on the equity committee? Okay. And then the social emotional well-being. So currently that's trustee Ordway and trustee Clark. And I know Shelley, you just mentioned you want to stay okay, great. Everyone's good with that. And then deep learning is trustee Venzi and trustee Hurd. That's good. Okay, great. It's easy. All right.
No horse trading.
No. So next we have grading reform committee, and that has been myself and trustee Clark. I have not been able to go to meetings just because of the timing of it. It's usually in the afternoon on Wednesdays. I don't know if someone else wants to step into that. I prefer to kind of step down because I just haven't been able to engage in the way I wanted to.
I'd like to stay on it. So if somebody else wants to take Laura's spot.
I had a number of years on it and think it's important for the other trustees to get an understanding of the philosophy and the direction. So I defer if someone else
Yeah.
wants it.
It is
the
usually at
timing's-
3:30
I
on
think the
Wednesday.
timing's good.
And again, that was,
The
I mean, and
timing's
I
a
understand
challenge,
why I wouldn't ask staff to change it because I know it is really a staff driven committee, but
This is on Wednesdays too.
Do you want to go on, Susanna?
I will, yeah, I should be able to do that.
Right, great, thank you. And then DLAC, the District English Learner Advisory Committee. So we have one liaison and that's trustee Ordway. Is that something you want to stay on?
I like to only because I haven't been, actually I didn't know that the timing of the meetings and stuff, so I'd like to be a little bit more involved in that.
Great. And then Strategic Arts Planning Committee. So this is a new committee. It says one liaison. Is there room for two or? Okay.
I think Susanna and I both said we wanted to do that. Do you still want to do it?
I'm very interested in it, but I'm okay now that taking on grade reform if anyone else would be.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do it if I could.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Clark and Brett. All right.
Okay.
So now we have, sorry. That concludes the organizational part of the meeting. Yay. Next is the acceptance of closed session agenda and public comment. So do we have any public comment? No? Okay, great. So let me read off the closed session agenda, correct? Okay. So 5.1 is consideration of students records challenge, case 032324. And then 5.2 student expulsion, case 012324 and case 022324. And then 5.3 is discussion of pending litigation, case number OAH 20231000280. And then 5.4, public employee appointment, Director 1, Human Resources Classified. 5.5, public employee discipline dismissal release, employee number 8671. And then 5.6 is conference with labor negotiators. So could I get a motion to accept the closed session agenda?
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Board Member Hurd and seconded by Board Member Clark. Roll call vote. Board Member Vanzi.
Aye.
Board Member Ordway.
I
Board Member Clark.
Aye.
Board Member Bratt.
Aye.
Board Member Hurd.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Great. Okay, we can adjourn now and go into closed session. So those that aren't part of closed session, we'll remain here for closed session, but those that aren't part of closed session will need to leave.
Yes.
Okay.